Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Happy start of a new week. Today is our final day of the month talking about gratitude. It's been an entire month of just deepening in our gratitude practice. My intention is that I hope that you found new ways to be grateful, to think of, especially how you could be grateful for people, and that you had an enjoyable time over the last 5 days just expressing gratitude in all the different ways. Well, the 5 days of last week where we did 5 days random acts of gratitude. I know I was being grateful. My son was like, what? My son, I had to be grateful to my son one of the days for forgiveness. I reached out to a mentor who I'm not working with anymore, but who really has been integral in the place that I'm at today. And it was just so heart filling to be able to, just do these unexpected, like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm grateful for you. So how was it for you all? Now that I see that you're all here, let me know, how did you guys do last week with your random acts of gratitude? I'm going to jump over here to the comments. I would love to hear how was it for you? Were you all committed to the practice? Did you do all 5 days? And if you didn't, just like recommit and do it this week. I know for me, it was it was just one of those things where it was interesting to watch people be caught off guard. you know, One of my things was one day telling my husband, "Thank you for loving me." And he was blushing and looking away. Like I really got into it and expressed, not just "I love you" and "Thank you for loving me." Like I really took the time to let him know what it meant to me, the impact it's had on me, just all the different layers of how I'm grateful to have his love. And so, what was interesting for me was watching how people received these expressions of gratitude, but more than anything else, how it left me feeling. So, I want to know, how was it for all of you? Oh, Ellie says it was wonderful. Did you all do it? And if you didn't play fully, no worries. We got a whole other week. We got a whole other week to play again. All right, so I'm waiting to see the comments. I'm waiting for you all to tell me how you did. So tell me in the comments, go ahead and type in the comments and let me know. Oh, Suzanne said feeling softer. I love that. Oh, I love that. That's really cool, Suzanne. Thank you for sharing that. So I am really excited for today. We're going to talk about being grateful for you. And I left this for the last day for a couple of reasons. For the last Monday of the month of November, which is typically, gratitude season, if you would. And so I left it for today because one of the things I know, having served women for so long, is that we it's not as easy for us to put ourselves first, to put ourselves on a pedestal, to receive just for us, to ask just for us, like anything to do with just us. It's not easy. It's almost like it's not quite natural for us to do it. And so I know that that's a thing, and I wanted you to have a whole month of being grateful for everything else, everyone else, all the other people in your life. And then today we're going to really focus on being grateful for you. This is a muscle that I really strongly feel as women, and for the, amazing men that are watching, thank you for being here. But, this is a thing that I think women really struggle with, and I'm committed to changing that. So first of all, in my email, I said, make sure you bring pen and paper because we're going to write and take notes today. This activity that I'm going to do with you, I got to experience. Many of you probably saw, if you follow me personally, that I ran a 5K. Yes, me, might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but I coached. I trained for it, and I did it with a group of women, and we had a fearless leader, Carla Merrill, and she had us do this activity one of the weeks that was so profound for me. I immediately knew I was going to share it with you guys today. And so make sure you have pen and paper, because as eye-opening as it was for me, I think it's going to be the same for you. And it will really help you to just get into that deeper level of gratitude to you for who you are, who you're being, how you show up in the world, what you've done, all the things, right? So get ready, pen and paper, let's go. Hey, Alan. So I want us to start off with just like we're going to, rampage. Okay, here we go. We're just going to type in Facebook. I'm going to give you the different areas of your life. And I want you to stop for a moment and go, you know what? In this area, I'm grateful to me for this, whether it's been a transformation, a total manifestation, just a small tweak that you've done, even if it's just an awareness. And I'm not looking for you to go, okay, I'm going to be grateful only for the things that I've perfected. Like I said, I was going to do this and I did it all the way. No, we're not aiming for perfection here. Okay. So I want you to just look at anything that you can find in any of these areas that you can be grateful for to yourself. So, number one, I want you to think of in your life the area of health. So, 2022, in the area of health, what is something in that section of your life that you can express gratitude to yourself for this year? So, go ahead. I want you all typing. What can you feel grateful to you that you did in the area of health in your life this year? Hey, Rhonda in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Not to make us jealous or anything, but yes, we're happy you're finally on our time zone. So for me in the area of health, obviously, I ran a 5K. That's pretty badass for me. It might not be a big deal for a lot of people, but for me, in 6 weeks, I trained and I did it and I beat the time I set for myself. That's like huge. I am really grateful to the me that said yes to that, committed, saw it all the way through. I'm really grateful that I did that for myself. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm now under 200. You go, Lamont. Woohoo with your sexy self. All right, so come on, let's hear. So grateful that I moved my body. Grateful that I went to the doctor, the dentist, and the eye doctor. You go, Candy. Those things are really important. I'm grateful to myself for being so consistent on exercise, food, and lifestyle. I want you all to tap into you go, Jackie, grateful for going to the gym consistently. Ooh, Tanya, grateful I started yoga. Yes. Be grateful to you, every single person, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. This is really important for you to acknowledge yourself in gratitude. There's a different energy between I'm proud of myself, like I did that and I feel really proud, versus I'm grateful to me for doing that for me. I'm really grateful to myself for doing that. And that's the energy that we want to tap into. What are you grateful to you in the area of health for this year? You go. Look at all this. I'm grateful I cooked more meals instead of eating out. Continue to eat healthy foods. I'm grateful for the confidence in me in speaking life over me. I love that. I'm grateful for my weight loss journey. Grateful that I hiked the Grand Canyon for 4 days. You go, Evie. Yes. I'm grateful I'm eating more fruit, right? Be grateful to yourself. Take a moment and just really tap into being grateful to you for these improvements that you've made in big or small ways. None of it has to be perfect. It's just you want to acknowledge to yourself your gratitude for doing something in this area of your life. I love that you all are playing full out. So amazing. Every single person, please do this for yourself. Find something in the area of health that you can express gratitude for. And now I want to move on to your career or your business. In the area of career or business, what is a thing that you are grateful to yourself for completing, for getting started, for ending, right? It like what matters to you and the form that it took. So I want you now to turn to your business or your career, and I want you to find something that you can express gratitude in that area of your life to yourself. So in the area of business or career, Oh, I love all of. Oh, somebody posted flossing for health. That is so cool. See, I want you to take a moment to really tap into being grateful for yourself. All right, so let's look at business and career. I'm grateful for all the orders that I've received for my business. So Andrea, that's really beautiful. I want you to really look at something that you actively did, right? So if you're like, you know what, I became really intentional about increasing the number of orders in my business, then that's the way I want you to express it. Because if you say, I'm grateful for the orders I received in my business, then it's like, I'm grateful to the people outside of me that placed the order. I want you to tap into, what did you do? What is it that you did that created the increased level of orders in your business? Because I want you to be super focused on being grateful to yourself. What can you be grateful to yourself for in the area of business or career, um, that you did? Oh, I showed up consistently. I'm grateful that I treated myself to the healthiest choices. I'm grateful to me for my professional comeback, all on my own. You go, Lee. I'm grateful for marketing and putting myself out there as the face of my business. I love that. I'm grateful for learning so much. I'm grateful for all the self talk that I speak to myself to make my business better. All right. Mm. Wow. Look at all of these. I'm grateful that I wrote an email that received almost 80% open rate. You go. Wow. I'm so grateful that I wrote my book. Look at all of these things. Really find something. I became eccentric, more committed to easy and relaxed in my business. Yes, Jeanette, I love that. Spoken like a true elite. I love that. I'm grateful for doing it afraid, which conquered fear. Go, LaShawn. Oh my gosh, look at all these things. I invested in me and stayed with my commitment to get better. I'm grateful to have done my taxes early. Yes, find every and anything to be grateful for in the area of your business and your career. Be grateful to yourself for a thing you did, an action you took, and sometimes be grateful for choosing to end something or choosing to not do something. Really be grateful to yourself. When I look back at the journey of my career and even my business, there are things that I remember, for example, when I had a job and I had a brand new baby, and I made the decision that I was like, well, you know what? I'm still going to pursue this career. I'm still going to climb the corporate ladder and do all that. And I'm still going to be the mom I want to be too. And so I remember being really grateful that that was a decision I made. I remember there was a girl, there's another coworker of mine who judged me for taking, most people took cigarette breaks. Well, I don't smoke. So I was like, well, I don't smoke. So I'm going to use that time. If they can do that, if they can take cigarette breaks 3, 4 times in the morning, I'm going to pull all that time together. And every morning I'm going to go see my daughter. Then I'm going to go back and see her at lunch. Then I'm going to go see her in the afternoon. Those would be my cigarette breaks. And there was another woman that worked at the time who was like, oh my gosh, like almost like she's so obsessed with her kid. Like that's not normal or healthy or whatever she wanted to say. Um, and I was really proud of myself for making that choice, knowing I still had to work. I had to put my daughter in daycare, which was not something I ever saw for myself or my children. But I made that choice. And I was really proud of myself that I was choosing my career and to be a mom. Right. So, anyway, way back in the day, my kid's now 22 years old. But I'm just giving you an example of like finding things, anything that you possibly can, to be grateful to yourself for. So we're going to move on to relationships. In the area of relationships, this can be with your siblings, with your friends. Maybe you made a stand for yourself in one of your relationships. Maybe you shared vulnerably your truth in a relationship. Maybe you manifested a new relationship. Maybe you ended a relationship because it was what you needed to do. I want you to turn to relationships and find something in that area of your life that you can express gratitude to yourself for in the area of relationships? Let's see. Oh, oh. All right, let's go. In the area of relationships, what can you find to be grateful for this morning to yourself? What can you find to be grateful for? Oh, thank you, Carolyn. Ooh, I'm grateful that working on my boundaries allows me to be fruitful, inspiring, and uplifting in relationships. You go, Kyla. Boundaries, that boundaries thing. Yeah, really powerful. Oh, wow. Ellie says, I walked away from all the people in my life so that I could become the person I was meant to be. Not easy, but so worth it. That's a big thing to be grateful to yourself for, Ellie. Wow. Wow, I'm so grateful I keep listening. I'm so grateful I became you guys are typing so fast. I want to read everything. And I'm encouraging all of you to go back and read each other's because when you see like right here in our money family what people have done and are doing, some things, for them might seem like a small thing and then you read it and you're like, wow, like the lady that said, she flosses twice a day. Like you're my hero. That's wow, right? So I mean, I'm sure you're grateful to yourself for that. But for me, I mean, that is the equivalent of like world record standards, right? I'm very proud of myself for doing once a day. So 2 times a day, go you. I am grateful. No more toxic energy. Yes, Teresa. Oh my gosh. Eliminating toxic energy. Oh, I'm so grateful for deepening my connections because of being vulnerable and authentic. That's my goddess, Jackie. Oh, I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Total goddess energy in that one, girl. Grateful for long lasting relationships that I cultivate. Really tap into being grateful for what you put into the relationships that you have. This week, as you probably all know, my mom was here, and my mom has never been to my home, and I've lived here for 2 years. And so it was really nice to have her for Thanksgiving, and both my kids were here and my new husband, and it was like my first like real, big family, all of us together Thanksgiving, and I committed to just being present with every single person and being present in the time that we had together. And I'm really proud of myself for that, but I want to tap into gratitude, which is even more profound to me because I'm really grateful that that is a commitment I made to the people in my life, to the relationships in my life. Because we talked about 2 weeks ago, people who are 6 habits of highly grateful people is one of the things they really focus on being more grateful for people than things. And I am grateful that I committed to making sure everyone that was here with me for the last 4 or 5 days during the holiday, that they felt my presence and my love. And I'm grateful to give them to myself, that I could give that gift to them, right? So I love it. Okay, I want us to move on to your spirit, your finances. What are you grateful to yourself for in the area of finances this year? What is something that you did, an action you took, um, a decision that you made, decision that you did not make, whatever it is, I want you to find something in the area of finances that you can be grateful for. Turn to the area of finances and something you can be grateful to yourself for doing for you in the area of finances. I can't wait to see these. So, for me, one of the things that I really committed to doing this year in regards to finances was to really enjoy, like use money to buy experiences. right? And I am grateful to myself. Like, I know, even just saying that, I literally can hear my mother in my head going, "That's irresponsible." You're at the age where you should be saving every dime. And love you, mom. And I'm really grateful that I have incredible memories with the people that I love. I mean, I spent this year, I'm newly married, and I used money to buy experiences. I really did. We did some amazing things this year, and we've still got stuff left to do before the year ends. And it's all thank you to money. And I'm grateful that I actively chose that I was going to do that. And I have enjoyed it all thoroughly. I love experiences and memories. And so I'm grateful to me for standing for my own decision, even though everyone around me might not approve or might judge or might think, whatever they want to think. That's a decision I made. And I'm grateful to myself for putting on my big girl panties and doing what the heck I want to do with the money I made. So there you go. I'm grateful to myself for accepting wealth. Ooh, I'm grateful for investing in the SOGR program. Yay, Joyce! Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful. I think I see Lamont saying he bought his car. It went so fast, but congrats, Lamont. That's so huge. I'm grateful I doubled my income and now save regularly. Ooh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay. So now that we spent all of this time um, sharing all the things that we want to be grateful to ourselves for, I have a massive announcement to make. So stay till the end because you want to hear this. One of the things that has always been on my heart is to really create a method that allows us to celebrate with each of you all of the things that you're manifesting and the transformation that you're experiencing. I woke up this morning to a message from Julia. Julia, if you're watching, all the way from Austria. And like, I just sat there and all I could say in response to her message was, wow, because she typed me this long thing to tell me she was living the dream that she manifested, that at a time seemed so wild, so unrealistic, so unachievable and unattainable. And today she was messaging me to say, let me give you an update. Here is everything. Like, literally, my wildest dreams have manifested, right? And that all happened this year. Julia, by the way, please ensure that what I'm about to share, you participate. And I just want to acknowledge, the big things, the small things, the in between things. I want us to create a family culture where we celebrate what we are creating and manifesting in our lives, in all areas of our lives. And it doesn't matter how big or how small. I just want you to acknowledge the things so that we can celebrate with each other. Okay. So I'm about to tell you a little bit more about that. What I want you to do, oh, Pamela, I'm grateful for having an amazing goddess mentor, Tasha. Mwah. Love you, goddess Pamela. I want you to get your pen and paper right now, and I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Okay? So get your pen and paper ready. Get your pen and paper ready. Let's go. Get your pen and paper. 60 seconds. I'm going to time it on my phone here. And for 60 seconds, I want you to look back. Today is November 28th. I want you to look back over this year so far. So we're at the end of November. So for the last 11 months, I want you for 60 seconds to just make a list of every positive thing that you can think of that you have done, you have experienced, you have manifested, you have created, you have stepped up to the plate. I want you to just everything that you can think of that's happened this year. I mean, things like, if you started cooking 3 days a week instead of eating out for 7 days a week, then that's a big accomplishment. Anything that you can look at as an accomplishment for yourself, right? A thing that you're really grateful to yourself for getting done, then that's what you're going to do. Hang on, let's get the timer on. Go. 60 seconds. Start writing. If you invested in yourself, if you completed a project, if you developed a new positive habit, if you stopped doing something that was negative, if you actively committed to becoming a better you, however that looked, if you decided you were going to learn something new, if you picked up, you know, just a fun activity, if you traveled, if you became a better parent, a better spouse, if you really worked on your spirituality this year, if you manifested a desire of your heart, um, you really saw some changes in your career or your business, things that you've really been longing to put in place, they all manifested for you. Make sure you write it down. Stop. Okay, everyone, stop. Stop, 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 stop. So that was 60 seconds. And it's too bad we're not in person. I wish I could see you all. And I want to again thank Carla Merrill, who led us led me through this activity a few weeks ago in the Growth Circle, which is her community for preparing women for a massive transformation using, getting ready for a 5K. But what she did was she asked us to make this list. And when I looked at the list, and for us, she only gave us the last 6 months. When I looked at the things that I had done in 6 months, my mind was blown away. And what I realized is we are so going from one thing to the next that we're not stopping long enough to even acknowledge our accomplishments and to express gratitude to ourselves. So I want you to look at that list. And here is the thing that I want you to do. This is gratitude with a twist. I want you to be grateful to the woman or the man, but most of you here are women. So I want you to be grateful to the woman within you that called all those things into being. Everything that's on your list. The woman within you, I want you to literally like have a mirror up and be grateful to her for everything that you have been able to write down in just 60 seconds. I want you all to, oh, I want you all to express gratitude to that higher self. Because one of the things that I know is there is a bigger part of us that's guiding everything that we're experiencing in our lives. And sometimes someone said, what if you felt like you dropped the ball? And yeah, we all have that feeling. We all felt like there's this thing I never did, or that thing I never completed, or this thing I never didn't move as forward with as I would have liked. And the idea is to find the things that you did do, even in the smallest way, because that stuff, we all have that. We can all focus on that. But I want to stop for a moment and I want to thank the Tasha within me that like manifested everything on that list, that had the faith and belief in all the things that got accomplished on my list. I want to be grateful to the Tasha that just kept going in spite of all the stuff. And that's what I want you to do too. I want you to take a moment to be grateful to the version of you, the part of you that is unstoppable and is still getting all of this stuff done, is still moving forward, right? And I want you to tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to just take a moment to be grateful to you? To just be grateful to you. Not all the other people, not all the experiences, but just to yourself. Just take a moment, pause, and just allow yourself to feel gratitude for you. And I want you to really tap into, how does it feel to just give myself all of my gratitude? Mm. Ah. I've loved this time that we've had this morning. I want to really formalize this powerful activity by sharing something that my team and I came together, more my team than I, because in literally 7 days we had this idea and they all did all the moving parts to bring it together. And I'm so excited to share it with you. I remember there was a time in my life where, my greatest accomplishment was not spending every single moment in negative thought. Like literally that I would have a few positive thoughts a day was a massive accomplishment for me. And I can look back at that time with so much gratitude because just switching from all negative to a little positive was such a massive transformation. But there was nobody there to celebrate that with me. Nobody there to let me know that was a big deal. That was huge. That was the thing that would keep going. I would keep doing until I got to the place where my entire life that I was experiencing changed. But nobody was there to say that's huge, Tasha. So I didn't know. And I want to give every single person in this family the chance to be celebrated. So we have created the Manifesting Awards. And I I'm very excited about this. So I have set this up in such a way that every single person, I want you to look at where you were at the start of the year, and I want you to figure out what have you manifested? What is a transformation, big or small, that you experience? Because we're going to read through everyone's stories. We're going to celebrate all of you, and we're going to choose some winners. And the winner is not, oh, I manifested $1 million, like that's not necessarily how we're going to choose that you're a winner. It's really what was where were you and why is this a big deal to you? That's what I want you to share with us. Like, I can't believe that I am here right now. I can't believe, and it might not be where you want to be, but it's just in the moment of where you are. You're so incredibly proud of yourself. You're so grateful to yourself. And I want to hear that. So every single person that is here watching live or watching the replay, I want you all to type the word awards. Type the word awards in the comment and then check Facebook Messenger. You're going to get a link where you can fill out our form to tell us about what you've manifested this year in the area. You can choose all areas or you can choose one. You can go, my greatest manifestation this year, Tasha, was in the area of health. This is where I was, and this is why this is so meaningful to me. And this is where I am right now. This is what I manifested, right? So health, business or career, relationships, finances, and spirituality, right? We have different categories. And so, whichever one you had the greatest story you want to tell us, go ahead and fill the form out and tell us your story in that area. If you had manifestations in all areas, go ahead and tell us all of them. We're going to have the ultimate manifester of the year award. That's someone who had something that was really significant to them. Again, it doesn't mean you got $1 million in finances and you lost 50 pounds in health and, in your relationships, you met the love of your life. Like, it's not perfection. It's about transformation, big or small. So go ahead and tell us, and we have 12 days. Well, no, we have from today, the 28th, till December 12th. We're going to accept everyone's story, and then we're going to choose a winner, and we're going to have a nice ceremony. I'm thinking of actually December 31st. So on New Year's Eve, sometime during the day, we'll have a nice manifesting party, and we're going to get to share some of the stories with you and invite some of the people to just share about their manifestations. One of the things that inspires me the most on this journey is just being able to know what other people have done and what they're doing. And so I cannot wait for our family to celebrate each and every one of you. All right, so go ahead and type the word awards. I'm going to jump back over here to comments. Yay! Tell me your story. I want to hear every single one of your stories. I want to know what was a big deal for you this year. Where did you experience your greatest manifestation, big or small? I want to celebrate, I want to acknowledge, and we're going to pick winners, yes, but every story counts. One of the great things about you all filling this out is that we're going to have this incredible library of stories. Can you imagine being able to share that with each other? Like, look at what people in our money family are experiencing. Look at what they've done. So yes, come on, everybody. Awards, everybody type the word awards. Make sure you check Facebook Messenger, get your form, fill it out, and get it back to us as soon as possible. All right? Mwah. I'm looking forward to reading your stories. I am grateful to you. Have a great day, every one of you, and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.